All right, on our last episode, our heroes made it out of the Feywild, the first world, as they call it in Pathfinder, and they were in the middle of being hunted by a wolf pack, which they very easily dispatched. It was actually a pretty sad joke, as badly as you whooped up on these wolves. One of them managed to get away, and you guys were planning on using the one that got away to kind of track it back to the den. Um, Unfortunately, two of the wolves that you guys lost in the melee, the pelts are of no use to you. They were so badly damaged because of acid and fire and whatnot. How do you guys want to proceed from this point?
We already collected the pelts off of them, right? We did that last time.
I do not think that we took care of that before we wrapped things up last time.
Oh, we didn't. Oh, okay.
I
no, because we were.
check like right at the end there.
No, I remember we put I think we put the corpses in the bag of holding.
Oh yeah, that's
deal
right.
with
You guys
later.
just took the whole corpse. Like we'll handle it later.
Yeah, because we
So-
want to track that running, the one that was running.
All right, let's pick up from there then. You got one that took off, and it's gonna take a decent survival roll because remember, it is the dark of night on a full moon. So let's take it from there. Who's leading the search?
Whoever it is,
Please.
I would like to
Tracker.
use my fucking spell for once, and I'm gonna guide them.
Leave it to that tracker.
Both me and Etesian have +9 to
I was going
survive.
to use pursue the lead and pursue the lead on that wolf.
Oh, I like it. I actually haven't got to read Pursue the Lead in a long
We finally get to see some investigator stuff.
Fuck yeah.
time.
We just never used it.
Haven't really had to use it yet. Usually we kill everything in one go.
Oh.
Exact check. Investigate typically perception checks.
I would guess it would kind of be a survival with a +1, and I guess an additional
Yeah.
+1 from the guidance, I think.
Yeah, you would get a +1 circumstance for pursuing the lead, and then a +1 status with the guidance. So you can do a survival, or however you want to spin it, Estesian. How do you want to make this work?
I think
I'll
he's
do
doing
some-
an A check too, though, from the doctor. So does that stack with that too?
He can do a perception check for the for basically the subject, which is a single creature, which is gonna be the werewolf itself. If the perception is a better one.
That's why I was saying, how do you want to sell it to me there, Estesian?
Yeah.
Yeah, what does it look
I'm gonna
like?
sell it with survival.
He's just gonna go straight to the nitty gritty. So, what does it look like? Like, how are you getting into this?
So
With
I'm
an
kind of,
Easy 30 check.
Oh, they're in the closet.
yeah,
Yeah.
where this werewolf, kind of went off in the distance. I'm just starting to pursue that lead just a little bit, so I'm not getting all the footprints that are around in this area, but just that set of footprints that belong to the one werewolf. So I'm kind of getting on my hands and knees, looking around, trying to see what I can, maybe sniffing here and there.
And
seeing
with
if
what
there's
you're
little
picking up
pieces of
on
hair.
the wolf that took off, and you have a very easy time figuring this out, that this wolf is a lot older than the rest of the wolves. He's well worn, and his gait doesn't match the rest of the wolves. Like, he's probably one of the weaker ones in the pack, so he's probably the one that usually trails behind. Like, this would be the trail wolf, like the back end beta wolf. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
So you have a very easy time picking out his footprints and his gait versus the rest of the wolves that were in that pack tracking you guys. So you're on the trail. No issues, no problems.
Nice. This way. Follow me all.
Following the
We are
teaching.
going to pop you guys over to the world map. So where you guys were here, obviously, you guys start making moves and following the track, and as you're coming along, you kind of notice a tall tower in the distance, and this tower to Nikea is very familiar. This tower is somewhere that her mother would use as a workshop of sorts. And being that it's late in the middle of the night and you guys have gotten a very strong trail, this would probably be a good time if you guys wanted to hole up and rest. Maybe check out this tower. If you don't want to, you can continue to track down this wolf. That's up to you guys.
Can I do like, now this may be really overgaming, but can I do like a perception check? Because does it rain here ever? Because if it rains and if it does, let's say rain tonight, I don't want those footprints to just, and the scent to disappear.
Yeah.
I'll give you this, that with the way the ground is right now, the tracks are very easy to follow. And
Okay.
with the party that you're traveling with, one of them being a astrologist, they're kind of looking at the stars and everything else. You don't have the feeling that it's going to rain in the next 2 or 3 days. Like,
Okay.
you can't even smell it in the air. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We should probably check out that tower then.
If that's something you guys want to do.
You know, loot.
Loot. Let's go loot our teammates' home base.
I
Familial
don't know that it's my home
secrets.
base.
Well,
I'm
your
not
mother-
saying anything.
Your mother's.
Y'all don't know that. I haven't told you that.
Meta, bro.
Yeah, like Nikea
Right,
sees it. She's actually. I don't know if you notice, if you look at her, there's like a different like shift in her thoughts. It's up to you if you want to look, but like
I would like to roll for that if I can,
Yeah, same.
Please
just
do.
to see if I naturally do or if I don't.
Oh.
Oh yeah, like honestly, like when it like comes over and she can see like the top of the tower, you guys are like looking back to see if she's keeping up. Like her eyes get pretty wide and she's like hyper focused on it, and you see like she kind of picks up the pace a little bit. She doesn't say anything, but she's starting to push. Like her military is like focusing in now, and she's running towards it.
Oh shit. Dr. Nikea, wait up!
And
Slow down.
as
What's
you,
going on?
as you
Like,
guys,
I was gonna ask, are the tracks heading towards this particular place, or is it like veering off once we get towards like?
they veer off down the road. But
Okay.
the tower, like I said, is probably a good place to hole up for the night.
Yeah,
Is Nikea running towards the tower or the tracks? Sorry, I wasn't
towards
clear.
the tower.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I think we made our decision to go to the tower and kind of come back to the tracks.
Well, I'm just thinking in fiction as it's happening, like
Sure.
we're chasing the tracks and then
Yeah.
Dr. Nikea just veers off.
I think we see the tracks, and then once we see that tower, maybe we discuss, hey, it's getting late, guys. It's already dark. Maybe we should go ahead and hunker down.
Yeah.
And then
Oh man, in my head it was kind of like we were running. You start seeing the tracks veer off away from the tower, and Nikea just keeps going towards the tower.
Yeah,
I mean, if you
so,
want it to be
for
like
you,
that, we
yeah,
can.
that's like I see you doing that, and then that's when we notice. We look back, it's like, yo, where's Dr. Nikea? She's heading towards the tower. Maybe she wants to go to the tower.
I do think Ileana would call out, Dr. Takesh, why are you going? Why are you going to the tower?
And all she says is my mother, and she keeps pushing.
Oh, snap. What about your
sir.
mother?
Sir Artesian, will the tracks will you be able to follow those come morning?
Well, I mean, I don't smell any rain coming in. It doesn't feel like it's supposed to. The moisture's good in the air. I mean, as long as the
There will
land
be
is...
rain. She's staring up at the sky, acting like, smart.
Don't say that. We were just told no.
It'll be no rain.
Then let us follow Dr. Takesh. She should not be running into there by herself. I would caution.
I wanna grab just a little stick and like just rip a piece of my like shirt off just a little bit. I want to put it in the ground like stake. Okay, this is the last one we looked at before we took off a different path.
Very smart. I like it. So you come to this cold mountain lake that's enclosed by misty woods and rocky bluffs. Thick fog kind of creeps across the dark and still waters. The trail ends in a grass-covered causeway that stretches nearly 100 yards across a lake to a flat, marshy island with a stone tower on it. The tower is old and decrepit, with collapsing scaffolds clinging onto one side where there's a large gash in the split in the wall. Time-worn griffin statues with their wings and flanks covered with moss perch atop the buttress of the support walls. Parked near the base of the tower, within sight of the entrance, is a barrel-top wagon that's spattered with mud.
Nikea kind of like stops, and she gets into that military thing where she her crossbow's at the ready, and she starts creeping in, and she stays quiet, but she's.
And Nikea, give me a perception check.
Attributes.
Well,
That was almost a 20.
very solid. So, under layers of mud, the wagon kind of sports a fresh coat of purple paint. The purple paint is known to be like a very Takeshis-like color when they put together their wagons, and this wagon is very Takeshis in make. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All the gold filigree and fancy trim. It's got brass lanterns hanging on each corner with red drapes that are kind of covered in tombstone-shaped windows on each side. And there's a steel padlock that's like on the back door, hanging with a cheap wooden sign that says "Keep Out." And everything about this cart that's sitting in front of this tower screams Takesh to you.
I kind of want to do like a once around the wagon, and then basically like I know it screams Takesh, but I'm pretty sure every caravan has like a signature of like their own works, I'm assuming. To see if I can see somebody's signature on the wagon, if at all possible.
Oh yeah. We can still stick with that 25 perception check. That's fairly high. So as you're looking at the cart, it kind of reminds you of a childhood friend that you had. Her name was Esmeralda. You would call her Elsie, and she would call you Nikki. And anytime your mom would go to do work at the tower to keep you distracted, she would bring Ezzy with her. And Ezzy would kind of like keep you distracted while your mom does work in the tower, and you guys would run around and kind of play tag, pick up flowers, and fish in the lake, and kind of go swimming in the creek and all that type of stuff when you were younger. And as you guys got older, you and Ezzy kind of, went your separate directions because life be lifing and stuff. But you always remember fondly, like Ezzy would always sign all her stuff with Ezzy instead of her full name, Esmeralda.
Like I'm gonna go up to the front and then kind of like I guess not whisper, but be like, Ezzy, are you there?
And you don't get a response in kind.
While Dr. Nakia is like kind of poring over this wagon, could I do a research knowledge or recall knowledge on just like the tower, like surroundings? Like anything about the tower that would be familiar or stick out?
Please do.
Okay. What do you want me to roll?
Do a society check.
Okay. Oh, starting off good.
Yeah, with a 14, the tower is usually called Turkov Tower, but in recent years it's been changed to be called Van Richten's Tower on maps.
Gotcha. Could I do another society to recall the name Van Richten?
Yeah, please.
God damn. Just
Not much better.
Gonna be not another above 10 day, guess.
You get kind of a hazy recalling of the fact that like Van Richten is a known monster hunter, but that's pretty much all you can remember is like he's a monster hunter. Like this is what the guy does.
Copy.
Lady Ileana, can you please check the wagon for magics? And then can I actually just do a simple arcane check on the front part of the wagon where that lock is?
Yeah.
Or crafting, I guess, would probably be the best thing. It's up to you, either or.
Whichever one feels more comfortable for you.
Like for Nakia, it would probably be more geared towards crafting kind of thing.
Oh, tough titty.
No, that's fine. Lord, she's probably panicking like right now.
You notice on the front end of the cart, and you're very familiar with the make that usually instead of having horse-drawn carriages, like the Takesh would use magics to like summon their steed to pull and drag their horse.
Right.
You notice that there's 2 bridlings on the front of the cart, but of course there's no horses. But with your crafting check, you would know that there's probably a word that summons the horses.
Can I do an Arcana check to double check if the magic is still active, kind of thing?
Yes. And it is very apparent that the magic is still active, and those horses could be summoned at any time if you knew the command word.
Etijan, can you see if there's any fresh tracks besides my own?
In what area would you like me to look?
Around the wagon and see if anything goes inside the tower or away.
I mean, I can do that.
And Ileana will detect magic like Dr. Takesh asked to see like what kind of magic is pervading around here, I guess.
I rolled a
Around the
25.
wagon.
That was right at the same time he hit detect magic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I was sitting here like, oh, please go through.
All right, with the 25 survival, there are tracks from somebody else that's been to this tower, and with 25, how much information do I want to give you is the question.
Does it head in like, I mean, they're around the cart? Do they head to the front door of the tower, or do they, maybe go around the tower?
Are these dainty footprints? Are they big footprints?
Yeah,
these are
like a boot or
what you would assume someone is wearing fancy boots, and the left boot is considerably heavier than the right boot, and you can tell that from the gait and the depth of the imprint. But this person took off in a westerly direction away from the cart. And given the grooves in the ground, it looked like they were in a hurry when they left this cart behind.
Can we perceive around the cart to see if it's booby trapped?
That'd be
Yes.
thievery.
Let me deal with detect magic. You guys are coming at me 100 miles an hour, and I love it. But detect magic from where you're standing. You do know that there is attached to the cart a phantom steed. You can't figure out the activating the command word, but you do know that there is a phantom steed attached. But from the tower, there is emanating both a conjuration, anti-magic, and yeah, you're picking up conjuration and anti-magic field from the tower itself.
Okay. Yes, she'll, Dr. Takesh, in answer to your query, there is a phantom steed, I believe, attached to this wagon, and there is also magic coming from the tower, conjuration in nature, and also anti-magic.
Could I do a sense vibes check?
Yeah, sense vibes.
So this was like the thing, sort of like the thing, but whatever sort of skill you want me to roll with that, if there's like religion or perception, just something where it's like, you know, when you're approaching a haunt and it feels haunted because you're a, you know, medium or whatever. That's kind of what I'm hoping to go for.
Give me your roll. What are you thinking? Religion, occultism?
I could do anything, man. Whatever you think makes most sense.
Tell it to me, man. I'm buying.
So I think
there is a thing for haunts.
probably there's probably like haunt lore specifically.
Yeah, because the thaumaturgy brought those in.
I guess I
It's
would
like
sell it
that,
then
maybe?
as like religion, just based off of like the old paladins like detect. What did they call it from like D&D fucking 3 and shit?
Fine sense.
Detect undead.
It might be in detect undead.
Yeah, it's called Divine Sense.
Yeah, divine sense. So I'll roll.
Oh, so you want like a divine sense type of deal?
Yeah, like a detect vibes, you know?
Oh man, solid roll. With a 27, you're
Because
getting.
we know it's magical, but is it like unholy magic? You know?
It's giving strong chaotic vibes, but not evil chaotic. Like
Sure.
it's like a chaotic good type of feeling, like
It's
that
like
you're getting
wild
from it.
magic. but
Yeah,
not
it's
necessarily.
magical, but it's not like yeah, destroying
It's
the
definitely
weave
like
magic.
occult. Yeah, it's not a cultish magic.
Okay.
Feels like your
Um,
brother.
Right. I guess I'd like look at the group after sort of like holding out my hand to vibe check. I would just kind of like give them a, we're fine.
All right, and then Ikea, you said you wanted to do a check.
Yeah,
for
like
traps.
a search for traps. I guess that's still perception.
I thought, wouldn't thievery be for traps?
I think thievery is now for like disarming, isn't it? If it
Yeah,
isn't,
I think you
switch.
find them with perception.
Well, I
but
have
think,
this.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so do that.
I'm helpful.
Yeah, be helpful. There you go.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
That 30 is
What-
a lot better than the 19.
And that's a +1 added to that because he's got that trap finder.
Yeah, so
31.
So Nakia, I guess in your haste, you kind of didn't notice anything out of the ordinary, but as Estesian's looking over it, and he's a lot more trained in it and not as emotionally involved. He's able to tell that the inside handle of the door, like as he's like jiggling the handle, there's a wire that's connected to it, and there's something connected to that wire on the inside handle. So if you were to disturb the door, something bad might have happened.
Yeah, that's why we look first.
Yep.
Uh,
Am I disabling this chap?
Please. Izzy might be still inside. I do not know these footprints. Can I aid?
I
with
kind
that?
of look around when she says the name to see if anybody else like recognizes who she's talking about.
Eliana would definitely not. She'd be just kind of still head on a swiveling, in
Yeah.
this unknown area.
Well, Artesian, after hearing, while he's jiggling the handle and he hears this name, he looks at, Dr. Takesh and he's like, what? Like, who is that? That somebody we should be worried about?
Someone I am worried about. I have not seen them. And she is Takesh.
Do you think she's inside this wagon?
I hope so.
Okay, so I don't know what's connected on the other side. So do you want me to try to disarm the trap, or should we just leave the wagon alone?
Disarm it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you to step back. Can anybody cast a shield on me? My rolls
I'll
have been
pick you
hot.
up if you die.
My rolls
I
have been
can-
hot, but
I can try and help. I have an 11 in
Please help
thievery.
him.
I have a 12. I have
Guide
a 12 thievery. Then plus I get a plus. There's one. I'm not master. I'm trained in thievery, so yeah, I already get. Yeah. Oh. All right.
Eliana will raise a shield and make him be his guardian.
So as he walks up and messes it up, I'm like, here, let me show you.
Get the fuck out of here,
This
DJ.
fucking guy.
This thing,
Man,
That's a
someone
joke,
killed
guy.
Masquerade already. This guy.
This fucking guy.
He's got the
Bro.
speed. He's got the stealth. He's got the like what the?
What doesn't he do?
Alright. So, how do you disarm this trap? There's like a, I mean, you've expertly disabled it, but like, what does it look like?
I think he just winks at it.
Just,
He touches the handle.
it undoes itself. Like,
It shivers open.
So I
tells the
actually
joke.
like use my claw and I put it in there with my two pinkies. I'm like, so you have to click it this way, and I just put it in there and it just pops right open.
No, don't pop it open. It's connected to a wire. You gotta disarm the wire.
That's what he did.
How do you disarm the wire though?
You've been watching
With
too
the
many
32.
movies, Artesian.
That was with my other finger as I hand him the wire.
Maybe slip a dagger in and just cut it. I don't know.
Massively
So
done with your
disabled-
fingers.
you've disarmed the trap, but the lock is still on the door currently.
Now
Do
that I've
want
shown you how to
pick
do
the
it,
lock as well?
do you want to try this one now?
Yeah, let me try to pick the lock. Oh, wait, you have to. Is that thievery still? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Yes,
go.
yes, you got it.
Yeah,
The lock pops open, clink clink, and you
Sorry,
guys
the
have
trap
access
kinda
to the
got me.
inside of the cart.
Let Saren Ray show you the way.
And when you open up the cart, it looks very lived in. There's a chest, there's a bed, there's a cage with a chicken inside of it that's been hatching and laying eggs. But there isn't a sign of anybody inside of the cart.
Check the desk.
I was gonna say, do a
Like
perception
letters
check.
or anything. Diary. See if I can recognize anything that like handwriting that she's done.
What you find,
Sorry to interrupt. Did we detect any magic coming from the wagon?
Just
Just
the
the
steed.
phantom steed.
Okay.
Do you guys get that
Yes.
Yeah.
that note? Okay.
And it's most cute.
So you find on the desk a few shuffled about papers that look like they're from somebody's journal. Now, if you guys want to read those out loud, that's up to you. I'm not doing that.
Don't call me out in class. No, teacher. Skip me, please. I don't want to read in
Or
front
you
of
just want to
everybody.
read them to yourselves. That's everybody.
Yeah, I'm reading it right now.
Oh, okay. Take some time.
But you can keep going if you want to. I can,
Okay.
I can do two things.
Uh,
Yeah, someone tell me what they say.
And throughout the rest of the carriage, there's a lyre with golden string, a sculpted wooden cage. I already told you about the chicken, and there's 5 eggs inside the cage. There's a tiny wooden box that has a Taroka deck that's very familiar to you. Sets of copper pots and pans, 3 sets of manacles, a shovel is hanging on the wall, and there's also a holy symbol of the Morning Lord. 3 vials of holy water, some perfume, 2 vials of antitoxin, some hempen rope, tinderbox, steel mirror, sharpened wooden stake, a spyglass. That's everything that's readily available. There's some stuff inside the chest, but you'd have to open the chest to find it.
oh, thank God, there's a plain text version.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Holy.
So is the chest locked?
Yes, the chest inside there is locked.
Etesian, we will need your expertise one more time.
Cracking the fingers. Moving the feathers out of the way.
Let me aid you. And I'm rolling just to aid check. Not much help.
22 is enough to open the chest. Inside the chest, there is a battle axe, a flail, a morning star, and a light crossbow with 10 silvered crossbow bolts. A set of fine clothes, some traveler's clothes, a harlequin mask, and 3 wigs.
Oh, snap.
2 spell scrolls, one of major image and one of remove curse.
Hope somebody's writing that down.
Don't worry, D will have the notes.
I won't. I've been doing journals, not notes this time.
That's true.
I mean, I'm not tempted to take anything because this is somebody else's stuff.
This person
Wow,
stole
how holy are
carry
you?
back.
Hey, and I'm the thief,
No.
right? I'm usually the guy that likes to steal, but no, like this time, like, you know, we read that note, like somebody might come back to their wagon. They might need that stuff.
This is not their wagon.
Huh. Did anybody else read the journal?
I'm still reading it.
Yeah, we're reading it now. It says, when I found the caravan. Threatened to set the zombies on the Vistante. Unless we turn around to... This can't be true.
Just a heads up, that's in the in the journal part, right? And then in notes, if you close
Yeah, it's
out,
in the notes. You should be able to open it again.
okay. Well, for me, it's I
What's
only
up, buddy?
I have 0. I have TB.
Oh,
is
thanks
the
for
only
picking
one
them up.
That's
that I can
true.
reopen.
Looks like the notes disappear if we close it. Unless you
Oh, yeah,
probably share it.
He just needs to let everybody see them.
I thought I had it set to show to players, all players.
I think if you do that, it might show them once. But
Yeah,
I
it
think
shows
if
it
you
once,
gotta
yeah.
change the permissions for it to always show up.
Do I change ownership
Hmm.
to
Yeah.
limited observer?
Either observer or whatever the one you can edit with it is. I forget.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Alright.
So then you guys can take a look at it whenever you feel like it.
Yeah. Dr.
Okay.
Takesh,
Yes.
do you believe that this is explaining what has happened to your people? This journal?
This can't be true. Like my people do not do things like this. They are crafters of potions and elixirs. They have no reason to take children, and especially give him to Strahd. This makes no sense.
Perhaps we will. Perhaps we should investigate the tower. There may be more answers inside.
Yes. This Van Richten, I assume he's still alive. I will have questions for him when I see him. Actually, have I heard of him, even as a child? Of this sage or monster hunter?
During the War of Greeds and Bastards, you might have heard the name Van Richten.
Oh,
You
well,
wouldn't have
then
heard
let
his
me
name as a
roll.
child.
So I was in that war.
I kind of want to know if I
Society
know,
checks.
yeah, a little bit more about him. And not me.
So Lil, you would have definitely heard of Van Richten and his exploits. Him being a famed monster hunter, you know he specializes in vampires, werewolves, and most anything of the occult.
And so you
And
said he
there are
fought.
stories of him taking down liches by himself.
So he fought in the war, but he has ended up here now in Barovia as well.
Stuck here, it sounds like.
Right. So he was like outside of Barovia at some point. So, when, like, how long ago was the war?
Just she's like,
I think it was 5 years prior.
yeah.
So he's at least come here roughly within like the last 5 years. We're thinking.
Hold on, let me look at my notes.
Not to like put Levi, not to box you in on any sort of haha moment, but just like for fiction in my head.
Oh yeah, it'd be reasonable to say within the last 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, because the 21st
Brush your
name
teeth and
day
wash your
she
face.
joined
Ready
the
for bed, buddy.
military,
You got 10 minutes.
and then she joined the Pathfinder Society soon on her 25th, and she's coming towards her 26th birthday. So yeah, like within that time, and it only lasted 3 years. So like 20, I guess, like 21 to 24, she was in the war. So for like 2 years, she was a Pathfinder. So it's been almost like a few years, almost like two and a half years since the wars happened.
Okay.
Copy.
So, Ileana, as you're approaching the door, it is locked, and of course,
I wasn't actually trying the handle, just to be clear.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
I was not touching anything.
No touchy.
I was gonna say this door is a bit of an enigma. If you look to the left, like, and double click that little marking, you should be able to like see a picture. And that picture is kind of like what's on the front door.
Can I just do an Arcana? See what's up with that cool symbol?
Yeah,
There's
you can do an Arcana.
scaffolding here on the left side of the building.
24.
Yeah, with the 24, you would know that that symbol on the door is an arcane ward, stopping people from gaining access to the tower unless a certain sequence is completed.
And what did you say, Dr. Takesh?
There's scaffolding here on the left side. There may be a way inside without dealing with magics.
Yeah, I was gonna say the tower door is made of iron with no visible handles or hinges. And in the middle of the door is, of course, that large embossed symbol and a connected series of lines with the 8 stick figures kind of around it. And carved into the lintel above the door is a word, Kazan. Now, the word Kazan to Nakia is something that her mother would say before she goes into the tower. In Kazan, in the Vistani language, means work is here. And in a way that kind of lets Nakia know that if she's not in the tower working, then she's not in the tower.
I guess in like the language, I'll say
have my debit
Kazan.
card, remember? I don't have any money on me. I'm sorry. Son was asking me for money for ice cream tomorrow. What did I miss?
I was gonna say, saying Kazan in the Vistani language to the door. Did I ever see my mother do any hand gestures as well?
What you and your mother would do when you arrive at the tower is what she would call the dragon dance. And you would do the dance with her. And your mother would always kind of jokingly say, if you don't follow the steps correctly, a dragon will come and eat you.
What?
I'm gonna do the dance while I say the words.
Who?
Do you remember all the steps?
Tell me, boss.
Be like a skill check.
Roll a performance check.
That's fine. Can I'm gonna burn a hero point since I got an extra one last time, and then I'll do a with fortune, I guess. $27.
All right, with the 27 check,
It's a good thing I did that because the other one was a 7.
you notice as you're like looking at the door, the symbol on the door is almost the pattern of the dragon dance that you would do as a child. And as you're looking at the symbols on the door, you remember the steps in sequence correctly. And once
Nice.
you complete those steps, the door opens for you.
Quick question: does it start from the left? That left one. That's basically what is that, like 10 o'clock, or is it the 3 o'clock person start?
It would start at the 10 o'clock position and end at the 3 o'clock if you
and then
follow the
do-
line.
And then do those rotations. Cool. All right. Door opens.
Let us be cautious. There, again, was strong magic coming from within.
Very
Let you
true.
lead.
Teves, my dear,
Yes.
will you please lead us off? And please be careful.
So
We will need your
I
dexterous fingers later.
will. Anything you need from my fingers is yours. And then I'll stealth in.
I guess we should all probably do that, huh?
Kind of just
Hell
Take
no.
Well,
take
did
my
you?
time as I'm walking through there.
So they don't stealth.
And say that the door maybe set off an alarm though that we don't know of.
By the way.
Nah, if we did do it the right way, there is no alarm. At least from what Nikea could possibly remember.
Okay.
Gervais, when you step into the entryway, it looks as if there is a solid wall beyond the front door.
There is a wall in front of us. As I get a little closer in, I'm gonna try to like step to the side and just do a perception check to make sure there's nothing else out of ordinary.
I'm assuming right here was the wall, like right in the entranceway. Like wouldn't have been able to go past that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the wall. Okay.
We back up.
I did not even see that.
I was wondering how it's still open. It's supposed to be like an illusionary wall, so you guys would have been able to walk through it if you were just like, oh, fuck it, let's go.
That was one of the magics, though, right?
Yeah, it was just an illusionary wall to make it look like there's nothing else in the room.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
if
Ileana
you
was
guys
gonna
would've-
definitely trust it. So
If you would have
Press-
just pushed past that, like,
Press forward.
Press forward.
There's nothing there.
Touch the wall.
so on the first floor, the flagstone floor is strewn with debris. A few old crates near the east wall, a torn curtain to the south that partially obscures the tower's vestibule, a 5-foot square indentation on the center of the floor contains 4 pulleys that are attached to taut iron chains that stretch up to a similarly sized hole in the rotten wooden ceiling. Standing next to the chains are 4 clay statues.
So Nikea is like she remembers this obviously, and she's actively looking at like this area. Is this a particular area where her mother was doing her work and things of that nature?
The first floor is usually where your mother would just like store bits and baubles in those crates, but it seems like those crates have been looted and there's really nothing left inside those crates. In that center flagstone area is where the clay statues, once you step upon the flagstone, raise an elevator to take you up to the next floor.
looks like it only fits one.
It would fit an adult and a small child, so if anyone is smaller than medium size, it could fit one medium-sized person and a small person.
Tevez, I assume you would head first.
Yes.
And then our wonderful shield.
She's I think she's too big to go at the
I'm
same
talking
time.
about after.
Oh, for sure.
All right,
Of
so
course.
once you step onto the center flagstone, the 4 clay golems that are like surrounding the area start pulling at each corner of the chain, and very slowly you start ascending to the top of the tower. Once you reach the second floor, Tervez, there's dust and cobwebs in an otherwise empty room, and the wooden floor seems as if it's been badly rotted and partially collapsed. As you continue to ascend to the third floor, the time and elements have all but destroyed this chamber, leaving a nash in the northwest wall with a slimy black mildew on the walls, and the wooden floor has completely rotted and begun to fall away in pieces. And as you come up to the 4th floor, the chains stop pulling you into your ascent with a very sudden and quick chunk, and you're standing in what looks to be a laboratory with a work desk. It's got, all the alchemical bits and baubles. There's a bed that looks like it's been well worn, and there's a smell of mildew. And in the corner here, there is a statue, and inside the statue is a brazier of heat emanating from it, and the coals haven't gone completely cold yet inside the statue.
Someone was here very, very recently.
I will let it go back down and just yell out to the team, clear.
I
All
guess
right,
we would
and-
take our time to make it all the way up there for each person.
Yeah, I think Ileana will go next, and then just wait for everyone to ferry up.
So there goes Ileana,
We
making her way up the tower. He gets up to the top with Terbez, steps to the side. The elevator
Mouth is
goes
hard.
back down.
Watch the door.
Who goes up next?
I'll go up next.
All right. To the second, the third, and then to the fourth floor. Who's next?
I'm right here. I'll go ahead and go.
All right, second.
I guess while we're waiting for them,
Third.
can I search the room, like the desk area, to see if there's any notes from my mother?
As you're looking in the desk, it seems that someone's rifled through those papers before. But one of the things that you find is a blueprint. And remember the dream you had not too long ago,
Mm-hmm.
that your mother said she was working on her second greatest creation.
And I happened to find that particular blueprint.
Yes.
What's it look like?
It looks like it could be a flamethrower, or it looks like a modification to a crossbow, possibly.
Aha. Aha.
Who's geeking out? Come back
She's-
to us.
she's like looking at it, and you know how like in like animes, like the person's eyes get like big and shiny.
Oh god.
She sees like her mother's handwriting on it and everything, and then the signature. And she's like, "This is something different. My mother usually never makes weapons, but this looks beautiful. I must be her daughter indeed." She like rolls it up, puts it in like a scroll case, and then throws it into her magic bag, and then kind of like checks everything else around to see if there's anything else, like a note or a letter or just something else that she can hold on to.
we do a perception check in here.
Please do.
Should we, like, if Ileana did another detect magic, could she figure out more specifically where the like magic was originating from in this tower?
I would say yes. So, as you guys are kind of searching the room, anybody over 20, inside this chest is a jar, and inside that jar is a severed head.
Oh,
And it seems
Does the head speak?
that the head is alive.
Oh
Like the
god.
eyes are staring at you.
Ileana definitely
Uh,
jumps back for a bit. Just like,
Arvez grabs it and looks it dead in the face. Who
Yeah,
won?
do we recognize this head?
It looks to be a Vistani man.
Do I recognize this man?
Give me a society.
You're trash. Fucking dice. Of course, Tirvez comes in with a nat 20.
I was gonna say, even if Tarbez rolled a nat 20, he still wouldn't recognize this man. He doesn't know Bistani, man. So the person in the head in the jar is like, you aren't Van Richten. Who are you? Why are you in this tower?
Can I actually just do a quick pulse of detect magic to see if that's where that magic that I felt earlier is coming from? Is if it's coming from his severed head?
With detect magic, you'd be able to tell that the only magic that's on that head in the jar is speak with dead.
Oh, just like a permanent speak with dead on him?
Yeah, something about the alchemical nature of what's inside the jar is keeping this head speaking.
This is very bizarre.
I guess in Vistani, I want to say, what is your name, brother?
And he's like, someone speaks the mother's tongue. I am Yen.
Yen. I am Nakia Amani Tekish. Peace be with you. And do
He's
you
like,
wish
you?
to stay
He's
here?
like, you? You are a Takesh?
Yes. The last, I assume.
Van Richten told me there was none left. They were all gone.
I was gone for a time, but I came back assuming that my family was still here. But I was wrong.
Poor sweet child. It is an unfortunate thing what Strahd did to them.
Was this Van Richten the one who did it? Did he kill the rest of the Tekesh people?
And then he's like looking at his like floating head in the jar. He's like, of course it was Van Richten. Who else would do it?
They're speaking in Vistani, right? So we can't understand them.
Yeah, but you definitely see Nikia starting to seethe a little bit.
Pull his head out of the jar.
Ed.
He came to our task, and it's still in Vastanti. But are you Tekesh?
And he's like, I still am, but I did some things that were not so good. You know, when you steal from Takesh, as a Takesh, you lose your name.
Were you the one who took this child?
I was not in my right mind, but I am the one who took the child.
And kind of like now in common, it was she like grabs the jar kind of like away from Tervez, not away, but like puts her hands on it. And she's like, "Why would you do this?" And that's in common. And like just I don't know. It's kind of like I want to add like that anime feel where like you know how like I know for all the One Piece nerds like that hockey comes in and that pressure.
Yes. Yes.
Show me your next gear level.
As you,
Yo,
as,
so-
you as you do that, I kind of look at you like, so do I smash the head?
Not yet. You.
Forehead just like jostling in the jar, knocking into the walls. Like,
You are the main reason my family is gone.
And he's like,
What?
whoa, this is not on me.
You took his child.
We take things, we are Takesh.
No, the Takesh I know, they are healers They create things. You pervert everything we've done.
We are Vistani. It is our way.
She like lets go of it. She walks away. She kind of like loads her gun.
Do you drop the jar?
No. She keeps it. Like I guess like the way like Tirvez was holding it, she was kind of like put her hands on his hands and like I don't know, like to keep it there. But like he's still holding it, and then like she walks away. She like takes her crossbow out. She starts loading it.
And I think Ileana would definitely step forward for a second.
Yeah.
Say, by the moment, I won't deny you your revenge, Dr. Takesh, but there is still information we can gain from him. Oh, stop. Sir, you said you stole Van Richten's child, yes?
Yes, it was I.
You know that he instigated a campaign of destruction against your people for this, yes? Is that why you're head in a jar at the moment?
Yes, he pumped me for information. He kept me in this state, so I could not pass.
Where is Esmeralda?
And he's like,
Why is her wagon down there?
she was with Van Richten.
Is she alive?
She was here not long ago. I don't really have a sense of time being ahead in a jar, but she said she was going to Kresk.
Were they both here recently?
Nakia kind of like her legs buckled. She's like leaned up against the thing. I am not alone.
Were they both here recently? The Braziers still have flame upon them.
The last person that was here was Esmeralda. But I
Alone?
haven't seen Van Richten.
When
She
was-
goes,
You
she
said
goes
you
towards the bed.
said he hasn't seen Van Richten.
Yeah, he hasn't seen Van Richten in quite some
said-
time.
I see. What was the last thing Van Richten was doing when you saw him?
He was putting on a wig, and he said he was going to find more Vistani.
What kind of wig?
It was a white wig.
White wig. Have we come across anyone with white hair?
Yeah, not that I know of. Nothing. There's
Wasn't
nothing
Rick-
in the footlocker, is there?
Wait, didn't Rictavio have white hair?
I think so, yeah.
Rictavio.
This guy with the tiger?
The tiger guy,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh. He didn't see me. I was drunk.
And I mean, Ileana is saying that out loud. She's saying that didn't Rictavio have white hair? He may have just been old, but
Out of character, he did have white hair.
gotcha.
Out of character, yes, he did have white hair.
In character. Yes, he did have white
He did
hair.
have white hair.
What's the name of this place, the Lord here? Richten? Von Richten? Rictavio? Is it all just
Correct.
lazy?
Von Richten.
Just lazy. The original name of the tower is Turkov Tower, but yeah, it's now Van Richten's Tower.
Sure, I
I
guess I
assume
mean
this
the...
is his base of operation.
Yeah. I would assume if white wig, Richten, Rictavio.
Did Rictavio have any other like distinguishing features we could ask this guy about? This head about?
Yeah, did he have a limp?
Rictavio did have a limp.
And if we're going based off of the tracks,
Right.
one side was heavier than the other.
Curious.
Sir Artesian, you said the wolf we were following as well had a strange gait, no?
Yeah. It was old. It was an older one.
I am not saying that these come to a definite conclusion, but they are a massive, they are a massive bit of coincidence, I will say.
Maybe
You
I
travel.
should check the stars.
He said his
Yeah,
name was Ren. How do you spell it?
Yen. Y-E-N.
Yen. Yen. Y-E-N.
Like Yennefer.
Yeah. Do you ride in the wagon with him, Yin?
No, he leaves me in the box.
Interesting.
I haven't
Have you-
seen outside these four walls since I lost my body.
And you never will. Alright.
Hold one still. Yin, have you known Van Richten to transform at all?
He's a crafty man, just good at disguise, I guess.
Say that again. I'm sorry, I missed it.
He's a crafty man. Maybe just good at disguise, I guess.
I see. She just kind of bows to Dr. Takesh. I have no more questions, Doctor. Do as you will.
Oh. Hmm.
I said we keep him as a present.
I do not wish to keep this abomination. So, Leo, what do you do to undead?
Burn it.
Then so be it.
And your hand's like, he's like, I'm not undead. He's like, I'm dead. These jars keeping me alive. Just let me out of the jar and I can pass.
Shall
That's
I
something
keep
he's
him?
actually wanting, though. Like, is that what he's wanting?
I don't think Dr. Takesh is taking what he wants into account.
No, like but I'm saying, like, if that's what he's wanting, then keep him in the jar. make
Yeah,
keep
put him in the
suffering.
bag of holding for fucking 20 years.
Put him at the bottom of the bag.
Yeah, but he can't stay here because he's gonna tell whoever comes back
Pass
up this
judgment
tower.
on him.
Can't
Yeah.
stay here, huh?
Okay, put the thing in the. I know what I want to do, and it's gonna be dark. But I'm gonna do it in my own time. But yeah, I'll put him in the bag of holding for now.
You open the bag of holding?
God damn it.
Opening that
open it.
bag!
Are you
gotta
gonna
open it. What else is he gonna
Shikamaru this guy?
Huh?
You gonna Shikamaru this guy?
No, he's gonna throw Masquerade's gonna get a tree trunk and then he's gonna throw him. Masquerade's gonna knock it out of the park.
No, unfortunately, I was gonna watch him burn with acid.
Ouch.
Unfortunately.
He's just gonna
Dig a
add
hole
acid
and
to
bury
the-
him.
Oh,
in the
that's
darkness forever.
that's dark.
We could do that too. But yeah,
Isn't
man,
that-
what
Isn't that
1d100?
what Shikamaru did to the
Yeah, I buried him alive. Yeah,
But he like bound him in a way too before he buried him. So
yeah, he had to bound him
No,
so
he
he couldn't
blew his
live.
ass up. And then he threw him in the hole.
Yeah, because
Then he
wasn't
buried
like
him.
yeah,
And then the
oh, because
tears.
like his body parts were like messed
yeah,
up.
his body parts were all messed up.
I guess we don't need to put him in the bag if we're gonna bury him, just for his own punishment. We can throw him in the lake, to be honest.
Jeez,
Give him to the lake, bro.
I said
That's
we
what-
get as much information out of this guy as we can about everything.
Well, get as much as you can by the time we get to the bottom floor. And yeah, like he is gonna take the dumb waiter elevator down, while I guess Etesian is questioning.
I'll probably question the head. I know he hasn't left this room, but has the head ever heard of other people in here talking about Frost and Rose at all?
He would not have.
He would not have. Oh, you're no use to me, head.
Yeah, have we exhausted your dialogue options?
Damn.
Yeah, your
I
dialogue
mean,
option.
y'all could keep on talking to Yan as long as you like.
Can you
It
tell
is-
we've been playing Baldur's Gate? How many options do we have to talk to you?
This is the only option. Leave.
I mean, you guys could stay there a lot longer if you'd like.
We gotta stay the
Like
night.
I said, you have a full working lab there if you'd like to stay.
Oh, I'm gonna use the lab, but like I said, we're gonna take him to the lake and drop him in.
Is the lake close?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we're right there on the
Oh,
lake.
okay. Sorry.
Literally right there on the
This
lake.
is lakefront property.
I didn't realize. We've been to a lot of towers. I can't keep them straight. I'm so sorry.
You've only been to a windmill in one tower.
It feels like a lot.
That's 2. That's so many.
For Lucia, maybe, who lives in huts, it probably feels like a lot.
She lives in hovels in the ground.
No, at least huts.
awful.
Huts. Yurts, maybe.
Yeah, what do they call them?
Sophisticated.
What's a
Yurts.
Viking building called? It's a yurt.
No.
Are you guys gonna
Yurts
hole up
are
for the rest of the night?
Yeah, like she takes him to the lake, and then I guess with Tervez, and she's like, I hope you enjoy your punishment.
Shall I take him to the bottom of the lake?
Oh yes. Make sure it's in a perfect spot.
So
Nice
I
and dark.
rage, and then I jump into the lake and I swim to the bottom.
And like the whole time you're like swimming down, you just hear Yan like trying to tell you like, just in my life. He's like, why is this so hard for you guys?
No. We may have questions later.
That's rough.
Poor Yan, bro. He didn't deserve this.
You can
What do
see,
you
like,
mean
I
he
even
didn't?
feel like, Ileana would have kind of a distasteful look on her face about it. Like, she would have. I think she definitely would have rather he just be killed.
At the top left corner, Ileana disapproves.
Yeah.
And then back to the lab, man. Like, I just focus.
Will we be setting up camp within the tower, or shall we camp outside of it?
Inside. Defensible.
She just kind of nods and she begins preparing.
Are you allowed
the ritual.
now? Isn't it supposed to be
Smarts.
for work?
They gotta get back in.
Balthazar outside.
I said, are we allowed to sleep in it? And it's supposed to be for work? Like, is it gonna blow us up if we're not doing work in there?
I'll be working.
Okay. All night?
Not all night, but
Wait, it has to be. If you're not working, it blows up?
I don't know. I was just checking.
What?
There was, the saying of you had to be working or something not good happens.
the dragons will eat you.
Yeah.
There's a
Now,
bed up there for a reason.
Oh, okay.
is-
Guess that's fair.
I was gonna say, is that like something you tell your children so they fucking leave you
I'm,
alone?
I'm pretty sure it's something you tell your children.
We about to find out.
Just checking.
Masquerade will sleep on the bottom to ensure that nothing happens or no one comes in.
So, tell me if I'm wrong here, but the scaffolding, it looks like goes all the way up to the 3rd floor.
It does.
So potentially, if someone was to come from the outside and not come through the front door, they could get to the 3rd floor.
That scaffolding looks recent, right? Or not like that wasn't there when I was with my mother, correct?
Definitely not. This tower has gone through some bad times.
So I guess I'm just
And
saying strategically.
Literally on the 3rd floor, there's a hole in the wall where someone could get in there if they climb the scaffolding.
Yeah, I'm saying strategically we should either stay on the 3rd or 4th floor. That way they don't like take the scaffolding to get either behind us or sort of in between us if some of us are on different floors.
Should we break the scaffolding?
Can Balthazar guard the scaffolding?
Can we?
He could try.
Like, can we deconstruct the scaffolding so it just like collapses?
Can I
'cause
light
we
it on
know-
fire?
We know the password.
Wait, where did Balthazar go?
I mean, the scaffolding is fairly rickety. It doesn't look like it'd support more than 200 pounds worth of weight.
Yeah. Tirvez, tackle it.
Tackle it.
I'll just
Oh,
step on it. I'm 265.
Yeah, that'd be enough to the scaffolding to fall apart, basically. So there's like a bunch of debris outside.
yeah, we'll just like close the door in the front and then call it good.
Ileana will
I mean,
prepare
there's
her.
still a hole, right? Like, what if a druid shapeshifts and flies through the fucking hole, man? All I'm saying is there's possibilities of invasion here.
Do you want to fill the hole with something?
He wants to.
Do you
sleep
have
in the
something?
hole.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
All I'm saying is we sleep on the 3rd and 4th floor, not the 1st and 2nd.
I agree with you.
At least that way we're not separated.
I'm pretty sure like the elevator can stop on the 3rd and like each floor.
We gotta go find something to fight while I'm rolling all these crits.
Bruh, by the time we
It's
get to
another
fight
night
something,
for
it's
you.
not gonna happen.
You always rolling crits.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys could continue your wolf hunt.
A lot of us need to rest and re-prep.
All right, we might as well rest from here.
I mean,
Who,
we could
who
rest and then
among
find
us
the
needs
wolf.
to?
Well, I guess like I don't need to truly prep. I wanted to play around with the new like the chemical spray blueprint.
There is that.
Is it nighttime still?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we know what happened. Like at nighttime, it gets dangerous.
That's what I'm saying. Let's sleep, then go hunt.
Yeah, and then we can look at this wagon again and see if we can find out the magic word. You know, 6 heads are better than 1.
What magic word do we need?
To actually activate the steed,
But what do we need that for?
because we're
It's the
taking back the
wagon.
Takesh wagon. He stole this from his people.
Or
After he killed him.
Esmeralda's been in cahoots. Do we want to try and figure out what she's up to?
Oh, that's gonna happen too. If she's in cahoots, she's
I
dead.
see roll there. I didn't think of that.
Honestly, like Ikea puts in her thing to like rest for the night. We've been through a lot. If the group wants to move on, we can move on.
No, I
Did
think
we already?
I think
Did
we
you guys
rested
throw the head
smart.
in the lake already?
Yep.
Damn.
He didn't throw it in the lake. He swam it to the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh.
Set it down.
Fuck
We
it.
asked you if you had any more questions.
Well, with what Maggie just said, I mean, did we ask? Are those two
What's
in
the
cahoots with each other?
password? Or that.
Or does he know the password of the steed?
I did ask if he was in the wagon at all to hear it.
Would you like me to go get the head again?
I mean, my only question would be if we want to find out if they are in cahoots with each other. I mean, they're sharing the same tower. I mean, that's up to you, Doc.
You're the one who wants to ask the questions.
I'm asking you,
Esmeralda.
Doctor.
I'll ask Esmeralda when I see her.
Okay.
And from what the book, the journal indicates, she could be an undead. He's been using undead creatures to
Yeah.
do things, from what it sounds like, or from what I read. So we're resting for the night, Levi.
All right. You guys gonna do a watch, or are you just gonna go ahead and
Hell
call
yeah,
it?
we're
I'm
doing
just-
watches,
I'm
Call it
bro.
nighty tonight.
Puffs and smarts, bro.
Yeah, Tufts and Smarts. You know how this goes.
Hey, don't we have salt?
It's the SOP.
And we gotta
Don't we-
salt it up. That's in the SOP now.
Yeah, I've been trying to say I was going to do the ritual.
All right.
All right,
Give
we
me
just
that
talked
arcane
a lot.
roll.
Yeah, do the ritual, then we can all just sleep.
Ritual and alarm spell.
please.
Ritual well executed. No issues, no problems.
Sweetos.
For the alarm spell, remember this is a 80-foot tall tower.
Right.
So where are you placing the alarm?
I believe it's placed on me.
Third floor.
Hold on. Where can you put it? Oh, you can just put it anywhere?
It's a 20-foot burst.
I think we're all on the third and fourth floor, so that's.
I was gonna say essentially it can only cover one floor.
Oh, is the floor, each floor is 20 feet?
It's a 4-story building, 80 feet tall. Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't realize it was 20 feet apart.
We got
Everyone
really
get on the
high
4th
ceilings.
floor.
Yeah, I guess so. That's really the only place you can put it.
So are you guys resting on the 4th floor with the alarm spell on the 4th floor?
Would we want it to be a floor below us? We can put it on the 3rd floor, and then we can all hang out on the 4th floor. Then we'll have some heads up if something is coming.
That makes sense because
I
remember
mean,
there is a hole in the 3rd floor.
Strahd, I don't have to be in the burst, right?
No,
That was my-
it says
that was my-
you place it so wherever you activate it at.
Oh, okay. I was assuming the wrong thing then. I thought I had to be
Yeah.
within the burst. Yeah. We'll do it on the 3rd then. That seems
Okay.
a much better option.
All right, so the alarm is set on the 3rd floor. You're all sleeping on the 4th floor.
As one does.
And where did you cast the ritual?
I believe I would have done it if I could have done it on the. Because I forget how big of an area does the ritual cover.
It's a 15-foot cube.
Then yeah, I would have done that wherever we're sleeping.
Okay. I think you guys got all your bases covered.
Levi, how many I guess what is that thing? It like activity clocks would I need to do in order to get the crafting for my mod now?
I think I have it 5 successes before 3 failures.
5 success. Okay. And that's just my like crafting. Do you got a DC for me, or is it gonna be up to you? Like
It gets
secret.
progressively harder.
Gotcha.
And I mean, there's some things that can make it easier for you, like working in your mom's shop and that type of stuff. So,
Right. So, pulling out the blueprints, pulling out Regalius in the workshop with my mom. I guess like the question is like, if I did assurance doesn't give the bonuses, right, Travis?
I
mean, you can
think
click the
assurance is a
assurance
flat roll, right?
button on there, so you can just click the skill, and before you actually roll it at the top, just activate insurance.
Right. I guess because like with assurance, I know that I'm guaranteed a 20. So I'm asking if, I guess it would pretty much be up to you, Levi, with that assurance.
you're gonna need more than a 20.
I'm saying with the bonus of being in my mother's shop and anything like that, would that assurance cover the first one or no?
I'm saying you're gonna need more than 20.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna use my last hero point then. Are we the first smarts and toughs? Maggie?
The first watch, I would guess so.
was like, yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
So I'm gonna use my hero point to get fortune while
Before you use your hero point, would you like some assistance in the lab?
yeah, that's another question. Does like a higher critical success like add some love to like the clock or what?
Definitely.
Hell yeah. I'll take that too, just in case if I still roll like garbage.
All right.
Yeah, Leon can give an
Brother,
aid there.
will you
Oh,
aid
she'd be
him?
asleep, so never mind.
Well, yeah, I guess we would be. All right.
Any bonuses for being in my mom's stuff?
Right now you got a +3.
+3. Copy that.
You're feeling at
Okey-doke.
home, but not that comfortable with it. That one's a critical success.
Hell yeah.
Fucking.
So we're moving the clock
boss.
forward twice.
So I need 3 more good ones. Okay. Yeah, like she's just working. She's trying to be as quiet as possible while the rest are like sleeping and things like that. But she's like hyper focused, like ADHD hyper focused. And she gets as much as she can, and she feels like accomplished. And it's like while she's working, she kind of like feels her mother, like while she's doing the movements, and so she kind of hear her mother like speaking. No, not there. There you go. Good.
Like when
Tap
your
slight-
ancestors tell you that's enough seasoning.
Yeah, exactly. and it's kind of like in that moment where she gets like really far. She hears her mother like, rest now, daughter, rest. And then like she hums like a specific thing, and then it kind of like soothes her and calms her down. And she kind of like walks over to Lucia, wherever she is, and she's like, let us go to bed and switch out the night. I've done all I can.
It will have to be enough then. And she kind of like companionably pats you on your shoulder before we go switch out with everybody.
Oh, that's dope. I will say this, like, with the ward, the alarm, and everything else, like, you guys have an uneventful night. You wake up well rested and ready to tackle the next day.
That's all.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Tons.
I'm gonna put that, so 2 out of 5 successes. And you said it had to be 3 failures before 3 failures?
Before 3 failures, correct.
Nice. Cool beans.
All slots, all preps. Anything else you guys want to spizbaz while you're here resting at the tower before we move?
I guess the only thing I can say right now is to give my, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. My 4 toughs, their elixirs. So that'd be Soleil, Tija, and Tervez, and Lucia. You each get an elixir of life lesser. Keep this close.
All right, we're gonna drop over to the main map. You guys made it to the tower, rested for the evening, and if you continue to follow the tracks, you would be here in these woods, coming upon what would be a wolf's hunting grounds. As you guys are approaching the area, you notice small warding symbols tied to the trees, always about 8 to 12 feet in the air, dangling from the trees. Small little, like, you ever seen the Blair Witch, how they have those little twigman type things?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got those hanging in the trees as you are approaching this area. And
You doing an occultism check on those?
Just so you know, before we get over here, like Nakia, like loaded her magazines with those silver. It was 10 of them, right?
there were 10 silver crossbow bolts, correct?
Okay, so yeah, she loads those ones up.
Can we do an occultism on those symbols?
Yes, please.
$31.
You're much better than me. I'm just like, those are some points and stuff.
With the 31, these symbols you would recognize to ward off undead in the area.
She, as they're walking along, she points out the symbols. Says these are used to ward off undead. I believe we are close to our prey, and it is my firm belief that it is definitely Van Richten.
Yes, it is time to ready ourselves. Mount up. Weapons hot.
So as you guys are moving through the woods, deeper into the hunting territory of the wolf den, you hear the lays of battle. And somebody seems to be cornered in a makeshift camp. And there is a wolf that's roughly the size of a horse that has this man cornered. He's there with a spear, and he doesn't seem like he's backing down. And he's there fighting for his life by himself. It is about 8 o'clock-ish in the morning once you guys arrive here.
Do we recognize this man?
You don't recognize this man, no. But he is well dressed, well armed, and he looks like he's well trained.
Definitely rush to his aid. Eliana will, at least.
Yeah, I'll use my free action rage for the day.
I'm just gonna take a shot at the wolf.
Yeah, fuck wolves.
Yes.
All my
I don't
homies
know
hate
if it's
wolves.
I don't know if it's a werewolf or not.
Somebody.
All right,
I don't know what to
roll-
believe anymore.
roll that initiatives. Actually, I need to activate the combat, right?
Yes, sir.
Yup.
AKA encounter. Hell.
There we
sweet
go.
Lord.
So,
Whoa. I guess we're not being stealthy.
Soleil is never still.
Eliana will never be
Anyone
stealthy.
else's stuff showing? I can't see anything. So
Like
see
I feel like Nakia would be trying to like stealth behind the trees.
I
We
see
say
everybody
CJ.
else is kind of popping up.
Yeah, I'm seeing everyone's stuff. Yeah, yours popped up, CJ.
Man, I love being fucking last.
Bro, you ain't last.
Hey,
Last is my spot.
My bad if I over.
Oh no, again.
See anything?
It's where I belong, apparently.
No,
in the
no.
order.
Stay down. Know your
Dang it.
place.
God bless.
golly,
Okay. All right,
not
so
Baka.
Vasily is there and fighting with his longsword, trying to hold this wolf at bay.
Can we get Vasily in the theater?
Oh yes, of course.
Let's see what this guy looks like.
I always forget to do this.
Let's see if Lucia has a love interest.
Is he dark
Did it
and
work?
brooding? That's kind of
No,
my.
not at all.
Is he up there? Where's he at? There. Eh?
Oh, he's too
Vasily.
much. Two shoes.
Yeah, he looks like a Prince Charming.
His eyes are too bright.
Yeah, right.
I can't see anything.
She could
I
change
closed
him.
it and reload.
Yeah, his
I can
innocence.
change him. I can steal his innocence and rough him up a little bit.
Oh boy.
No. Oh no.
I was gonna say not Dr. Nakia herself, but her pulse quickens a little bit when she sees Vasily, and Dr. Nikea knows that it's not her. It might be somebody that's with her.
Huh?
Nani?
In case you don't remember, you were possessed, right?
Oh shit! I didn't remember. Does the little
And the damage
doll
rolls
speak
still
up?
don't work.
Oh
Not
yeah, the little juice
doll,
girl.
but your heartbeat quickens a little bit, and you're like, that's not me.
Right. Is there like an occultism or something, like you want me to like speak out to see if like she says anything?
If you like.
Uh. Mm-mm-mm. I am untrained in this, so that's not bad for an untrained.
So you notice yourself like audibly like swoon, like, oh, when you see Vasily fighting this wolf, and you're like, that wasn't me, but somebody's
She
like
would
making
probably even like
puppeting you
look
right now.
behind her, like, what? What was that noise?
No. That it was the child.
So Vasily stepped up. Ooh, goddamn.
Oh,
Vasily said he's here for business.
Got him with the
You
heat like
can't be
that.
looking bad in front of the whole group now.
God damn, Vasily. You're not supposed to make me look bad. Alright, that's Vasily's turn. Soleil.
Well, I guess let me finish this thing off.
Still mop up at
Forget your
this
silver.
point.
That's a hit.
One or both.
Both.
Tight.
Nani?
Spicy.
How's it look?
It looks like a baby wolf. I don't even want to describe it. They didn't even get to move.
Give me the big stuff. And as Vasily like
Bag it.
back. As Vasily like sees you guys coming, he's like he like wipes off his blade and resheaths it. He's like, I think I had it handled, but I appreciate the assistance. And then he goes back to like sit at his little campfire area.
does anybody remember the child's name? Because I cannot.
I do not know.
No, man, Baldur's Gate 3 kind of took all my free time, so I stopped taking
No,
notes
I-
for a little bit.
I get that.
Gertruda.
Gertruda. Okay. God, how did I not remember that name? Because she was the daughter. Oh
Of
boy.
Bad Mary.
Well, time to ask questions. Pardon me. Do you know someone named Gertruda?
I've traveled these Borovia for quite some time, and I've not met anyone named Gertruda before.
She kind of like pulls the teddy bear. Have you seen this before?
And he's like, it's a teddy bear, probably made by Belinsky.
Got that right.
Valence.
If not Belinsky, it's no fun, right?
Ha, yes. Interesting. Have you seen any werewolves?
I came here with Zoldar and his companions, and we were split along the way. They told me to meet them back at base camp, but that was 3 days ago.
Do we know Zoldar?
you'll remember Zoldar was actually on the wolf hunt as well.
Right? They left together.
Oh, these were the two. Okay,
Yeah, the 2 hunter guys.
I got you. And they were tasked by what's his face, right?
Vasily von Holt.
Vasily, yeah. Interesting. Well, I have nothing left for you. Do you happen to know which way the wolf den is?
My best guess is if you continue north. If you're still hunting wolves, I would like to join you. I've lost most of my hunting party.
Do you have any silver equipment that could be of use? We do have some, but if you do not have silver, you may be dead sooner.
I was under the impression that we were hunting wolves.
Right.
Where?
Where are the
There-
wolves?
You should add a prefix to that, my good man, of where. A much more dangerous game.
I mean, I'm handy in the fight. I've trained with the greatest knights of Barovia.
Please.
We shall see.
I'm not besmirching your abilities, whatever they may be. I'm just giving you fair warning.
Soleil.
Hmm.
You may want to stab the wolf, just in case.
I did.
Oh yeah, yours was the last
I
one.
killed it.
That's right.
It was
My
so
bad.
fast, Dr. Nikea, you may have missed it, but
I did. I was-
and fell over.
I was setting up my shots. And by the time I got there, it was done.
You may have been distracted. I did hear a slight hesitation.
No.
No?
That was the child.
That was this child spirit that I'm harboring.
child-
So we
I
was like,
just,
there-
I
there are
thought
no
you had a
children
thing
here.
for my brother. I just can't keep,
It is only just your brother.
crushes. There's just so many.
Nope, it is just Tirvez.
Did the wolf tracks stop here, or did they keep going?
Oh, the wolf tracks definitely continue.
Okay, yeah.
we will
Ileana would
continue.
definitely have asked Artesian about it. Sir Artesian, do the wolf tracks stop here, or do they continue on?
They stop here.
Hero point. Hero point.
Oh yeah. Yup.
Woo!
Yeah.
Wow.
you go.
Get out of here.
Complete opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yep.
Seriously.
They definitely continue further north.
Let us continue further.
And Vasily's like, it is all right that I accompany you. I don't want to slow you down.
I kind of look at Soleil to be like, give him the look like, check his alignment.
That was
See if
over
he's-
really quick.
That's a good point.
Vibe
I've done
check.
this before.
Yeah, can we get a vibe check?
5 check.
It's like hand signals that we give each other. Military hand signals.
Is he who he says he is?
You're getting a true neutral.
Truly neutral.
What drives a man to such neutrality?
Disgusting
I see-
neutrals.
I see why
Choose a
why
side.
not, Sir Holtz. Please, the more manpower, the better. It keeps Tirvez safe.
And he's like, I'm no knight, but I am a lord, and I offer you my sword.
And we shall
And
happily
then,
accept it.
And then you feel that swoon coming up again.
Ah. I am feeling some type of way. Let me step away real quick. And she literally walks over to Tirves. This child is killing me.
Ileana will kind of give him deference and say, Lord von Holtz, thank you for accompanying us then.
Thank you for allowing me to travel with you. Zoldar was supposed to come here 3 days ago. He bumped into a bird woman, and I haven't seen him since.
Bird woman, you say?
Tijan?
He better be here. Oh, I was about to say.
I'm trying to think which one. I'll probably say Frost would be a female one.
And what did this bird woman look like? My good lord.
She had blue plumage.
Kind of like that icy blueness. Yeah.
May I inquire as to what they were doing? These bird women?
She said she was hunting down agents of Strahd.
Oh, a bold task in this land.
Yes, I hear from Strahd's men that there's a bounty on her head. But I'm not one to hunt people. I only came to hunt wolves.
Let's not let them win our bounty. Tijan, lead the way.
Bounty. Whoa.
Natural 29.
The wolf bounty.
Ah, yes.
And we continue forward.
You're the door.
Can I talk to little Gertie? Is there like a little connection that we have to where we can like mind speak to each other?
Hey, little girl, you gotta calm down.
You can hear her in your mind's eye. Like,
I like legitimately. Why are you swooning over this man?
she's like, he's so handsome. He's like a prince.
Have you seen this prince before?
I know that Vasily is in Strahd's court. He's a very lordly man, very handsome as well.
I need you to calm down, child. we both have one mission after this. That is to get you home.
He's like, I'm sorry, I've never been in an adult woman's body, and these are new feelings for me.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Remember when you picked her up, she was a child.
I know that. So it's not like we must focus on one person. Lizard man.
I don't know if I like lizard men.
Well, it is not your body. Try to contain yourself.
Rolling occultism.
God dang it.
Should have said, well, you've never experienced a snake.
Wow. Remember, I am untrained, so this is gonna be really hard.
Gertruda's like, I'm sorry, I'm not interested in lizard men.
Just
And then like you notice yourself getting like upset. Like you're not upset, but somebody's making you upset.
yeah, I gotcha. She kind of like just like lets it go and just continues walking.
So as you guys continue deeper into the woods, you come upon a cave. And you notice that there are torchlights inside the cave from far off, and it seems that somebody's in there. The tracks are leading you in that same direction.
Oh. This way, hurry, follow me.
Mayhaps this may be something we discover next time.
It is 8 o'clock
It is.
or 10. On the other.
On Strahd.
Right on time.
Next time on the Curse of Strahd.
On the Strahd.
Woo!
Feel like we got a lot today. We got a lot done
Yeah.
today.
Hell
We
yeah.
do a lot.
This is a solid one.
Who's definitely putting in some work, I know that.
I liked all the tower stuff. That was fucking a lot of cool shit
Yeah.
happening in there.
I'm gonna have to get back on my notes.
Forehead in the
No.
Poor Yin.
Yeah, poor Yin. He didn't deserve what he got.
He didn't get anything yet. He just got moved from a tower underwater. He's probably looking at all the fishies.
Well, I'm hoping that Lake Baratok or whatever is like dark and murky and just
Oh, can't see
pitch
any.
blackness. Yeah, I want him to be in limbo.
I feel bad for
Limbo
him.
in the crate though.
No, he's in a jar.
I know, but he was in the jar in the crate.
Tarvez tells Ileana, "Don't worry, I left the light of Serenway for him."
Just like a small little moat. Just one
that
little
does little.
moat.
It does little
I'm
too.
almost wondering,
He
like,
my
how-
worries of him.
How does Soleil feel about like just judge,
Bruh.
jury, and
Soleil
executioner
didn't even
over
want to
there?
go into the tower. Soleil was like, I mean, no one's home. We're not being invited in. We're kind of just going in. I don't know. Like, he felt kind of fine because, like, it was, like, Nikea's family's tower at one point. But, I don't know, man. He's confused. You know? He doesn't know what to do right now. Like, so we fought the werewolves, right? And then Soleil had the thoughts of like, okay, Strahd's got werebears, but the werewolves aren't linked up with him yet. Well, why is that? And it was like, well, maybe it's too late to find out because they rolled up on us and we fucked them up. So it's like, well, that could have been a potential ally that we kind of were just like, I mean, I don't blame us, right? Like, we're being circled by fucking werewolves. We start taking them out, but like at the same time, potentially we could have had a peaceful, you know, resolution that then we could have got like an ally for fighting against Strahd.
Didn't they say they were just like food? Didn't they call us food?
I mean, but if we would have known how weak they were, they could have called us anything. We still could have had a conversation. Like, hey, yeah, stop it, little buddy. What's wrong?
It's just like, it's so many things that are pointing to the werewolves kind of just being like nothings that make it seem like, make me think that they should be something, where it's like there's a fucking sign in town that's like, go get these pelts and we'll pay you. And it's like, well, who is putting up the sign? Who wants these things to get, you know, hunted? Obviously, if you think like outside of Barovia, it would be pretty standard for wolves / werewolves to be hunted down to keep like sheep and whatever else alive, right? Like standard practice. But in Barovia, that sort of everything is weird, right? In Barovia, everything's weird, everything's backwards. The were people should be fucking helping Strahd. The werewolves are not. They're being hunted down. It just, I don't know. It seems like, yeah, I don't know. Soleil's confused.
Gotcha.
Interesting take.
Gonna have to work on it.
Hell yeah.
That did stand out to me in town, I will say. But I didn't really think to bring it up though, because I thought like maybe I had something wrong on it. But I'm glad you said that.
I mean, like, Soleil hasn't felt, and Travis hasn't felt strongly enough about it to be like, no, we should definitely do this thing different. It's just like, well, I don't know. They rolled up on us. They were talking shit. We blasted them, you know? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it was a reasonable response to what was going on.
So it started blasting.
yeah, it's like,
And they may not be the only werewolves, I'm assuming, in Barovia.
sure.
So
I mean, I don't blame us at all, right? They had the hunting howls. They rolled up on us. If we were weak, they would have probably taken us out. You know, maybe not, but you would assume if they're being tasked to be hunted, that they are hunting something, right? Unless it's just, nah, Strahd fucking wants them to be taken out. But that
Right.
doesn't
We
make
say
sense
there's
that, like,
Twilight and that the vampires and the werewolves are fighting.
well, what if it's
Yeah,
like
but you know,
Van
Bear
Helsing
Bear's
or
on his
whatever,
side.
where the same, which one was it? That was the,
Van Helsing,
Van Helsing.
yeah,
where he used the werewolves,
yeah. What was the other one?
or like Underworld,
Yeah,
where the
Underworld.
Underworld, the
Yeah,
original
They're
one,
basically the servants or whatever.
yeah.
Twilight to
vampires.
try and get y'all riled, and you didn't even take the bait.
What are we supposed to be riled up? Twilight!
Oh my
Oh, they're not even real werewolves. They're dire wolves. Like, nah.
See, I knew you had it in you.
Yeah,
It was
Cece
funny,
loved those books.
The other week I was playing with my D&D group, and like somehow we ended up referencing the Notebook. And then later on in that same campaign, we ended up referencing like Mean Girls, and we were like, "What is wrong with us today?"
I'm like,
Love
There's
it.
some weird things to reference.
References.
I'm not even like, it's not even the references. It's like those are just very old references at this point. Like what?
Man.
And
Who
it's
brought that
like,
up?
where did those come from for like the D&D group?
Well, one guy's playing a girl, and it was like a situation where we kept on asking him, like, "What do you want?" And she's like, "I don't know what I want." And that was like a Notebook reference. We were like, "Just tell me what you want." I don't know what I want. And then I was like, "Did we just reference the Notebook?"
oh gosh, Levi called it out too.
For real.
That's
And
awesome.
then later it was Mean Girls because someone said something like, "Oh yeah, it's totally Pesh or whatever." What was that word?
Fetch.
Like it's totally
Fetch.
Fetch. And then we were like, "Are we trying to make Fetch a thing?"
You can't sit with us.
Happen.
Fetch isn't gonna happen. No one likes it.
It's
That's a good line, though.
Also, the day you wear pink. I mean, bring it full circle.
All right, nerds.
Yeah, nerds, with that, I'm getting out of here.